How you guys doing? This is Spencer Clark. Just wanted to give you guys a fishing report from this past weekend down here at Table Rock Lake. Um, Past week, I hadn't really been on the water at all. I was visiting my dad in St. Louis. He just passed away Sunday. He'd been battling cancer the last month. He had a very, very aggressive cancer that was incurable, and finally passed away, and let's just say he's in a better place right now. So I got to spend some quality time with him the last week before the good Lord called him home, and really gonna miss him. My dad, he was a very strongly emotional person that taught me that in life there's going to be a lot of ups and downs, and you just take one day at a time and try to enjoy life while it lasts. And I'm really glad that he's in a better place and he's out of his suffering right now. But ended up fishing the Major League Fishing BFL this Sunday down here at Table Rock Lake. I wasn't able to fish Saturday because I had too many boats in the tournament. It was a full field. I tried like crazy to get into the tournament because ultimately I was wanting to fish the whole series this year to try to make the regional at Grand Lake. But things just didn't work out. I wasn't able to get into the tournament, so just ended up getting in to fish the tournament Sunday. Like I said, I was spending time with my dad the whole past week, so didn't have any practice on the water or anything. Just wanted to go fishing. Got out there Sunday. Went to the first couple places that I thought we were going to catch some fish, and didn't really have a bite. It was about 9:30, and we hadn't put anything in the boat. We started pretty close up, around Kimberling City, and the bite just wasn't working. My co-angler, he said that he hadn't really done too good shallow the last couple of days. There was a front that came through down here at Table Rock last Thursday, and he said that a lot of the shallow bite had, gotten messed up for him. And he said that the day before he'd caught a couple fish fishing, deeper trees with a swim bait. But, I've been fishing down here quite a bit, since I guide down here at Table Rock. So, took what he said with a grain of salt and said, well, we're just going to make a move to a different part of the lake, and we're going to keep doing what we're doing here and see what happens. So made a big run down past the dam area, went up in Long Creek, and went to a couple places up there. And one of the places I stopped on, I put two keepers in the boat, back-to-back casts as a matter of fact, and caught both those fish on a crankbait, just off a little secondary point that's got some brush piles on it. Just got my old rock crawler down there and popped two good largemouth. And then we went a little bit of time without another bite, and I said, well, I got a place that's sort of similar to what, we just caught these fish on. We went there, and I put another two keepers in the boat. And then I got my fifth keeper off a little channel swing that I got. And we tried some more spots and caught another keeper that didn't really matter, and decided, hey, I'm going to go back to that one spot where, I popped those other two, and just a little bit down from where I caught that one, I put a nice 4-pounder in the boat and got rid of a smaller Kentucky that I had. So made a good call there, and unfortunately in the tournament, I actually had a really big bite that I just didn't get a chance to capitalize on. I was fishing this one spot where there's just a bunch of stuff under the water, a bunch of cedar trees, and I got hooked up with a fish that I knew was, over 4 pounds at least. I mean, it was a big one. I mean, it was just like dead weight. It was a really nice sized bass. I mean, it was either, a 5-pound largemouth or a big old smallmouth, like a 4+ pounder. I had to try to keep him up, out of the bottom, just because there's a whole lot of stuff there that you can get tangled up in, and winding a crankbait through that area. I was really left with no choice other than try to bring him up a little bit, and just didn't have the hooks good enough, and they popped out underneath the boat. Never got to see the fish, but I know it was a true tank. So Didn't end up catching them as good as I wanted to, but still managed to catch around 13 pounds, which put me in the runnings for a check. The fishing down here at Table Rock with the pressure and just the weather change we had with the lake coming up a couple feet kind of threw the bite off a little bit for a lot of guys. There was a lot of guys that have been fishing the pro circuit for the last 20 years that fish a tournament, and they couldn't even get a limit both days. So to come out, all things considered, with everything going on with my dad, and be able to put a limit in the boat and just go fishing and switch up my original plan and go run completely new water, I was pretty happy with how the tournament went. If I would have got that big one in the boat, it would have made a hell of a difference. I would have been somewhere up in the top 15 probably, which there's a lot of great fishermen that fish the BFLs. A couple guys won some major FLW Tour tournaments. They're in the tournament and they struggled, so to come out and do well against that field, could have gone better, could have gone a lot worse. But most of the fish I caught, they were real close to deep water, but on a little bit stuff that was a little bit flatter. And like I said, everything I caught was on a crankbait. The water in the area I was fishing was about 52 degrees. Had about 9 keepers on the day. Really slow day for me. Last couple of weeks I've been catching over 20 keepers a day. Real solid fish. But I expect things to get back on track this week as things start warming up. I've got Anglers in Action coming up this weekend. Going to be getting ready for that. I've got a couple guide trips this week. So I'll be giving you guys a fishing report. The fishing overall, though, it's pretty decent down here. I know some of the guys I talked to, some of the guys have done real good. Still out deep throwing swim baits and jerk baits around fish, that they're finding on live scope. That bite's always going to be there, but right now you can do a little bit of whatever you're trying to do. You just got to have the right areas to do it on. I'm still booking some trips here in April. My schedule's getting pretty full. I've got quite a few trips already planned out. If you're coming down the Table Rock Lake and you'd like to go fishing, just shoot me a text. I'm going to include my the link to my website for my guide service here at the bottom of the page, so you can get a hold of me. That's going to be the best way to get a hold of me, is just text me and figure out when you're going to be here at Table Rock Lake, and we can coordinate on what dates you want to get out and fish. Until next time, guys, good fishing, and we'll catch you on the water soon.